Hello everyone, this is Desi, and in this video I am going to talk about and show you our newest feature, custom field sheets. Yes, this has been a highly requested feature, so we have finally now implemented it into both PST Desktop and WebPST. So I am going to show you how to access those windows, how to access those settings, and apply them into your database. So first thing, you want to make sure that your database is on our 9.0 version. So if you don't have that version, make sure you upgrade. So as always, I am going to start showing on desktop first, and then I will move into WebPST. So if you're on desktop, you're going to go into setup. We're going to go into field sheets. So as you can see, this is a new option now. And then we're going to go into custom field sheets. So from here, you can go ahead and click add new to create a brand new field sheet. As you can see, I have some here already created. So if you click add new, it's going to take you to a window here. And then you have two options. You have the standard field sheet, which is pretty much what the field sheet looks in PST, and then you can turn on or turn off what you want on that field sheet. So like if I leave everything as is like this and I click on, let's say test, and I test with a job and I click OK on that, it's going to give me a preview, and you can see how it's pretty much like just this. So now there's no title, there's nothing. So I get to turn on and turn off what it is that you want. You want to make sure that you give a name to your field sheet, so that way you know what custom field sheet it is. Now, if you go into the custom field sheet, so this is more like an enhancement of that custom option. You have way more options here that you can turn off or turn on or turn off on the field sheet itself. And then you also have the ability to add information here so that it displays on the field sheet. So if I were to do a test real quickly with nothing, you're gonna get a blank canvas. So it's just a blank page. And then as you start enabling things, then that's the data that starts displaying on the field sheet. You also have the ability to, if you want to create an entire field sheet of your own where the design is not the normal PST field sheet itself, you have the ability to do that. You want to use a Word document, save it as an RTF file, and then you can load that template here. So you can click load template, you can find your RTF file and load it up. So that's another way to do it. And then here are the fields that you can use so that the data that you want to show up on those field sheets, it shows up, such as court date or your client reference number or case county. And the way that you do that is that you select anything of this, you click insert, and this field is what you would copy and paste, let's say on that RTF file or even right here. So this is kind of like the settings window of how it's done. Now what I want to do is show you some of the ones that I created, so that way you have kind of like a visual. So let's go to custom field sheets, and then let me go into this one. So here I just created a custom field sheet. I enabled what I wanted on my field sheet, which as you can see was pretty much most of everything. And then I added some information here. This would be something that would always appear on this field sheet. So if I click on test, and then we'll go back to that job number. Here's the field sheet. This is what the field sheet would look like on that job number one, that, if I were to generate this custom field sheet using that job number. So as you can see, you have my party to be served and stuff like that. And then you have this extra information right under special instructions. So one of the great things is that if you have, let's say, a client where they have specific instructions that need to be on the field sheet all the time, then you can create a custom field sheet You can, once again, you can enable everything if you want, or, you can just disable some stuff. So for example, let's say you don't want recipient description on your field sheet because it's just something that doesn't apply to, to your services or your state or wherever you are. You can definitely do that. And then as I click on test, it will come up and you will see how the recipient description fields are no longer on the field sheet. So pretty much what you enable and what you disable, it is up to you. It is optional. So like I said, let's say you have specific instructions that, a specific client has. Let's say, always make 5 attempts, or please do not serve before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., whatever the case may be. You may create a custom field sheet, put those instructions here. So you definitely want to do the one that says custom field sheet, because if you do standard, that goes away. Okay. So we want to go on the custom field sheet. You want to hit, at the end of it, accept. And then you want to take that field sheet and assign it to your client. And the way that you do that is by going into the client. So we're going to go to setup. We're going to go to clients, add edit client. You're going to go into that client profile or record. There it is. And then you want to go under options. So now in here, you will see right here, this is a brand new option. And right here, you can select the custom field sheet for the client. So as you can see, I assigned this one to my client. It's going to say the standard field sheet. So that's what it's going to say for default on everybody. So if I go to, let's say, a different client, oops, I already have my window open. So let's say I go to a different client. The default that you're going to see is, use defaults. And your default would be whatever is under your, I believe, let me see, affidavits, default job options. Yep, there it is. So this is going to be the default across the board on every single job that everybody has right now, is the standard field sheet. So that's the default across the board. If you want to make that default different per client, then you can change it to be any custom field sheet that you created for that client alone. If you want to have a different default on your entire database, regardless of who the client is, then you can go to setup, affidavit, default job options, and then you can change that here. So that way it just changes this across the entire database, not just per client. And then as you can see, then when you are entering jobs, generating your field sheets, it will pick up whatever is either on the client or the database as a whole. So on WebPST, same concept, same everything. I'm just going to show you where the location is. So we're going to go into our settings, which is the equivalent to setup. And then we're going to go into field sheets. There it is. And then in here, we're going to go to custom field sheet. And here you can see my custom field sheets. If I click at new, then we're going to have that similar window open up. You can enable or disable anything that you want. Right here, you will give it a name. You can then select custom field sheet. And then obviously you get more options. And then we have that option where we get to type our template. And in here it's really great because it can be in color. You can bold the letters, you can make them larger, whatever it is that you want. And then you have your fields in here. So anything that you need, because you need that field, and then maybe copy and paste that field into the RTF file because you're doing a complete different design of the field sheet that you want, and then loading that template. You can load it here. Same thing. All of that, it's pretty much right here in WebPST as well. So if I hit cancel here for this purposes, I can just go ahead and double click on one of these. Here's my custom custom field sheet for this one. This one I put, do not drop serve anyone if that is something that, a specific instruction that one of your clients has. Maybe please make 3 attempts, whatever the case may be. You can definitely put that here. And then if you want to test it, just click the button test, put whatever job number, and then it will come up with how it will look like for that specific job, or, that's how it goes. And then, like I said, you can also enable or disable anything like, recipient description, or maybe you don't want the field sheet acknowledgement. And what that is this thing right here, just in case someone doesn't know, it's this line right here. So if you don't want that acknowledgement because, no one signs the field sheet when you're serving them, you can just completely turn that off. Hit test again so that you can see what that looks like, and it's no longer on 2 pages, it's now on just 1 page. So this is how you would go into creating new field sheets. It is a little bit of an advanced feature. I'm not going to say it's not, but I think it's going to be very useful for a lot of you. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to assign that custom field sheet into your clients, we're going to go into contacts. We're going to go into clients. And then you're going to edit your client. We're going to go into client options. And then that field sheet is right here. So you get to select which one you want to assign for that client. As I mentioned, it's going to say use default, and then the default of the entire database will be found under settings. So if we go into settings and we go into job options, here's our type of field sheet. So if you change this, then in any client where it says use default, it will pick up whatever is in here. Okay. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this feature, because like I said, it's a little bit more advanced, please give us a call. Support is here to help out and to do training on any of this, or if, something doesn't make sense, just give us a call, let us know, or send an email, and we're here to help you out. As always, have a happy PST day.